Radio. What's up, guys? This is the Rifleman, and I am back to bring you another ECL stream. This time it's watching Otcom versus MB33. So I've got to join a chap called Fetzen, apparently. It was an open tank squad meant to be. Where is he? Charlie squad. Oh, I was told to join Fetzen, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, off to the left. Cool. So, we are playing Otcom versus MB33. Gamper out of the way, just so I'm definitely not going to get in trouble. Cool. Right, so we are playing on Kursk. This is the second match that these guys have played on this map. Cap is the same from the last round. The last round, MB33 won 3-2 as the Axis, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Mid-cap is Oleg's house. So what have we got going on? There is also a streamer for the Allies, so I'll be focusing on what Otcom get up to. So, quickly go over and check out, well, I say I'm going to focus on what they're doing. Immediately I'm interested in what the opposition are doing to start up. So, seeing the usual start, trucks going up to the start line waiting for the go word. Not seeing any from either side, any sneaky AT guns yet. Rocket snipes, potentially. Doesn't look like Octagon are doing any rocket snipes on the right. I mean, I'd wager. But then again, so this map with windmills, it's trickier to get tank snipes, so I don't know. I guess the light tank's going to run for it. They're not going to necessarily go for snipes off the bat, but we will see. We are seeing the medium go left for Octagon, whereas for the Allies, medium's going straight down the centre. Allies getting a pre-supply drop down there, and we're seeing lots of good marks down for the Axis. I thought so. I thought I was on dampening rate. Go. Cool. Okay, so got a truck left, truck mid, truck right. Basically for all teams, medium tank, light tank and recon tank going right for Axis. For Allies, light tanks going west. We've got a medium tank plus a second light tank going down the middle. Whereas for us, it's recon, light plus medium. And we are off, but I don't think there's any rocket snipes in play by both teams. There was an attempt at a tank snipe, though. I did hear that go off. Here, impacts off on the right-hand side. Things look okay. But also the recon tank getting some, trying to get some snipes in. Right truck's doing okay. Can't tell if they were successful because all the trucks mid are still doing okay. But we do have the AT player set atop their truck ready to get the snipe. There's all the myriad of trucks. God, that's 3 transport trucks plus a supply truck plus the medium tank all rushing towards windmills. So right off the bat we got the Lux in the hard cap, and we are going to see this AT player probably pop some shots off. Oh, on the truck, off to the flank, didn't get a hit. Straferin coming in, but undetermined how successful they were. Truck's taking a hit, but it looks like the AT player is going to go down. Yeah, I think that's the recon tank out wide. Light tank on the point is doing well, but meanwhile to the west is where the bulk of the action is going. We've got one Lux that's shutting down the push through the town. Hold on, I've got my own volume way up. Okay, there we go. That Lux is going to be a bit vulnerable to Fregato. It's a bounce off the Lux, so the Lux lives for now. You all know how important windmills is. Fregato moving around trying to get behind the Lux, but the Lux sees that and is backing up. Well, out on the flank, Allies pretty conclusively have control of the windmills. Well, there's the medium. Medium is taking hits, or has taken hits. T-34. T-34's in good nick, and it's backing up. So what have we got in terms of front line? Well, we've got a good blue zone attacking garrison here for Octagon. About to be a recon tank war on the right-hand side. The front line's a lot less established, mid and west, although they do have... There is a light tank coming in. They've done their flank around. B squad, I don't know if they saw it, caught it catching, moving along. Commander's going to see it though. Duck. Oh, got itself out of the trench. Commander might get eyes on that tank, but it's moving south. The cap does go to Octagon. But right now, there goes a supply truck, and the P4, wherever it ended up going, there it is. It is about to get hit in the arse by that light tank. It's got rockets to the front, medium tank to the front. Light tank gets a bounce on the arse. It's a good hit for second shot. Bounce on third shot. P4 takes a rocket hit. Oh god, the P4, it's like a whiffs the shot, but it's the P4's just under fire from all directions now. Gets the light tank. We know that one of the AT players on the flank has used all their rockets. The P4 is safe for now. Meanwhile, went down. Yeah, the Allied recon tank went down. Queen squad's on the right-hand side. They've got a tasty OP there, so that could cause some problems on the eastern flank along the map edge. Especially because Octagon might think they're safe, and there can possibly be someone there. AT rounds landing. Hard cap is generally pretty safe. Ooh, officer's been spotted, so hopefully he'll be in Zahli. Again, immediate apologies when I mispronounce everybody's names because I am just a stupid idiot. Yeah, the OPs, the hard cap's pretty well secure. They've lost their garrison near Oleg's house, and there's a couple of really good attacking OPs that are close. They're still heavily contesting the town to the west, and look at that for a Katusha strike. We're getting some good garrisons out to defend Muddy Churn and to put pressure on the Allied left flank. So let's go see how that Katusha goes down. The Lux is still here, locking it down. It's making it more challenging for the Allies to advance. Not impossible. Ooh, two rockets, 2 kills immediately with the Katusha. Lux has gone down, so it's only the squad leader there that's holding the ground. Although they are being pushed by a support player who dodges a Katusha rocket. Gets obliterated by another. Rockets do not care about friendlies. So on the front, in terms of the attack for MIB, they've got a red zone garrison on the map edge, but these trench networks, just a whole nest of OPs. Banzai, the squad leader. Oh, what a good rocket shot from Kudstep. I mean, it ends up being a miss, but that T-34 is creeping in from somewhere. There it is. T-34 gets the Lux, starts to open up this right flank some, although when you're cresting this hill, it always sucks because you're silhouetted against the sky and it feels like you're forever getting picked off. So that's part of the reason why control of the town and control of this trench, in my opinion, those are the two main points. Because if you control this trench, you can try and cover this ground in smoke. Obviously from the town, you can get into this trench, work your way along and you're in. Well, but Octagon, I keep wanting to call them OKT. Octagon holding this central point really well. Nothing on both sides coming in. In terms of the west, supplies coming in, allied. Decent push out here for Octagon on the flank, but there's Mazza in the trench. So what have they got over here? Just the one. Picked up on the flare. That he will be expected. But we are getting a couple of players out that might outflank MIB to the west. All I know is the support's there. Anticipating the advance up the trench, which it's coming. Just the moment he's not... Oh, God, no. Oh. Goes down. Support goes down, but support gets his OP down. We do see Riddick taking up station in the western windmill. Who is under fire. Who's died. Okay, so windmills might fall there to the Axis. They do have a medium tank, and they do have 2 OPs, plus a couple of garrisons, including one garrison that will be a quick dismantle. It's just over the line. Presence on the hard cap itself looking kind of thin, but you do see Easy Squad, they have pushed out to that trench to the north, and have taken out an attacking OP. But if Axis can get control of the windmills, let's just see. How easy is it going to be for the Allies to access most of the western edge of the map? The east they can scamper a bit more easily into cover, but still not a trivial matter. Real 6-man holding out. He'll have that medium tank marked, and it doesn't... You have a P4 on the field, but that T-34 is dug in. He's trying to engage, but he's taking hits. The P4 is down. That T-34 is in quite a nice defilade position there. Going to be hard to dig them out. Meanwhile, to the middle of the cap, Octagon still holding out quite nicely. Second medium tank on the field, so what's that? 2 mediums. Just the 2 mediums, I think. I believe that was a Puma rolling around for the Axis. Meanwhile, you've got a medium tank coming in from the west for OKT, plus a Tiger tank sat back defending Oleg. So really, they're going to be covering, or trying to cover this ridge line from extreme range. So that light tank might get taken out from a cross-map tank shot. Vadex, how's it going? Oh. Vadex gets 1. Gets a second. Yeah, the dinner plate from the medium tank is not going to finish them off. On the hard cap itself, you are seeing some Allied progress. Might have lost a bit of control over those forward trenches, but there's nobody there to prevent them from attacking. Bad luck with the rocket strike from Munidios. Sneaky's set up. Is Sneaky set up with an MG42? Yes, he has. Some players go for the MG34. They say it's more accurate, but who can argue with the Burt in the MG42? I think there's rocket snipes trying to go for a back garrison. Further to the rear. Oh, nice. AT guns set up behind the wreck of one of the P4s. They get some nice cover from shots from the west. Then we've got a couple of players back here with another AT gun looking towards windmills, but ironically, I think the bush might be perfectly positioned to prevent an attack. The T-34 has rolled back, so it is behind a little terrain feature. Still, if it moves out, the AT gun's going to get it. And you've got a couple of players back here with their MG set up, and that's going to make advancing really quite problematic because it's their MG42s rather. They're amazing. Oh, seeing more Allied movement in the west. Oh, there goes Heinrich. That's supply drop in the back of the truck? It is. Interesting. Curious to see if it gets destroyed when the truck blows up. I mean, imagine that was deliberate. Okay, truck's gone up. Supply still there? They are, and they're hidden. Oh no, they're not. They're not entirely hidden. Unless you look back on them, they wouldn't be easy to see. It's Heinrich and Late. Oh, Nico's in the open there. Although he sees the box. Yes, good man. Here's an enemy box. I was good. I was pressing T, being like, "How much is in it?" Any garrisons nearby? No, just Jig's OP and Charlie's OP. That was a good get right there. Now on the west. T-34, yes. T-34's bit the dust out to the west. Now we've got a P4 out here. And that P4 is going to help hammer the windmills and allow this Axis infantry to advance. Hopefully they can creep up and start sniping garrisons, but they have to be wary of, like that. That AT gun right there. The item squad are running to go crew. You might get tapped if you advance too far up. They're in defilade right now. But they won't be if they creep to the top of that ridge. Keeping the windmills suppressed, which is always nice. Interesting, my game's getting a bit stuttery. Wonder why it's doing that. Quickly check. Okay, there it goes. I brought up closed programs, and it's like, yes, fear will keep them in line. Couple of AT players advancing on the E4. There's Knive. God, worth the fawn. Sniper's gone. AT rounds are being lobbed overhead. So worth the fawn's the danger, because that chap has a rifle. He's got the bazooka out. Misses the P4. I think P4's now it's 3 rockets to destroy them in the arse. Although, good lands a hit with rocket 2. Plus it gets a hit from one of the AT guns. I think he got hit again, but now it's running the gauntlet. The AT gun way back is going to be looking for it. Oh. It's just blasting whatever it can. Now it's up to full speed though. It's going to be... Oh! That was that allied heavy tank. Nope, another T-34. Got a light tank out east, plus T-34 mid, plus no other tanks. Meanwhile the Axis, well, they did have 2 mediums, plus a heavy, but the Tiger has crept forward. Right now, the Axis have managed to push out of the town and starting to fight in amongst this trench line, which on one hand is great. The actual combat's away from one of the dangerous points, but now they could potentially get to expose themselves against all the fire that the Allies can bring from the north. Close and such. Goes Wololol. He's the OP. Come get the OP, big boy. Yes. Very good. Meanwhile, off to the east. What's on the commander's light vehicle mark? Ah! A light tank, and they are getting soft cap pressure on Oleg's house. So, good presence in these northern 2 squares. And it is working. No nearby garrisons. So if they spawn on that garrison, are they within range of the... or within sight of the light tank? No. Light tank's at the back. Okay, so the Axis could definitely get some more people on the cap. They have got a couple more squad leaders moving in. Let's take a hit. Light tank did take a hit, now it's backing off. Probably from medium tank here. They're gonna have to be. They're gonna be carefully sparring with that medium tank close. The cap is still going towards the Allies. Could step in the point there, providing the only Allies hard cap pressure. There we go, getting a few more bodies in the hard cap, and that's bringing the point back under control. These guys are going to know. Oh, good step gets a kill. They know they've got Allied presence in the hard cap. Supply truck coming in. It could drop some emergency supplies. Actually, you've got Aperol dropped box there. Tiger tank is sat behind one terrain feature, looking directly north. Still going for garrison snipes, I'm assuming. Yeah, right now the Tiger is just waiting for that light tank to pop up. Off to the west, it looks like Allies done quite a good job at pushing out of windmills. Big squad is still present in the point though, so if they can expand that wedge, it would be quite useful. Large Allied push there. The feel for this squad, they are in trouble. Knife might be in the windmill, but even with a trusty FG-42, there's a limit to what they can achieve. Oh no, he's got the K-98! He's firing across towards the centre of the map. But there's a lot of bodies over there. Particularly near the injured T-34. They're going to be coming for him. Looks like he's racking them up though. Ah, damn. Okay. Hard cap is still being contested, so Allies are really starting to drive a good wedge through here to the west of Oleg's. Plus, creeping forward north of Oleg's. Got a good amount of off cap pressure. Medium tank plus a light tank. Plus putting another AT gun to look off to the west. Trying to hit that garrison back there with a Katusha rocket. Just coming in from the west. Bang. We'd have missed. And now it looks like the garrison is safe. Tiger tank. I mean, they're sat in a safe position. They are ready, if they need to charge down the hill to try and get into the cap. Oh, T-Round gets a couple of good kills there. This is exactly what Octagon need to do. They are pushing through the trenches to the north to help try and push away the immediate pressure. Oh, I think he just dropped a grenade right here. Run! Yes, he did. Where's your OP? Oh, there's a garrison way back. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 OPs on the attack on a giant front line. There's one nearby garrison. There is one to the west, but this is the biggie. So now, Skrinks and Vadex are going to try and advance down the trench network. They've both got automatic weapons, which is good. But Vadex goes down. Skrinks gets a kill. One of the squad leaders goes down. Yes, destroying those boxes, although the chap ahead. Watch out, Skrinks. Ah, bad luck. Akran moving forward. Oh, Lasmir's right there to stop him though. But overall, looking a bit better. Good series of garrisons around Muddy Churn. Control over the centres a bit weak, and the light tank looks like they're going to try and take advantage of it. Off to the west, they're still contesting windmills. One of the T-34s that went up. OP, dangerously close to you guys. Off to the west. I mean, if item squad gets that AT gun up to the west, this is the allied item squad, that could be quite dangerous. Here, isn't it? Guess I'm just seeing their blueprint for now, but yep. Nice little cover position, not bad. Although that's a lot of blueberries trying to force windmills, and if they could take windmills and clear these OPs out and swing east, that's super dangerous. Easier said than done. All you've got to do is cross this open ground in Kursk. That's all you got to do. What could go wrong? Oh, here comes the light tank. They're not going to get an angle on that tiger. They are going to get some reps. A couple of these machine gunners are going to cause some issues. Ooh. Benfather moving forward. Ooh. Good pushing here, or good killing here by Octagon. Oh, Pfizer takes 3 SVT shots. Nice. Okay, so supplies dropping. Oh, that's going to be Allied supplies trying to get a garrison up to the west. Ooh, look at that. Oh no, Papa Squad, behind you. Okay, so still not looking bad for Octagon. These trenches are contested, and at the very least they're starting to get players up on the ridgeline to make it more problematic for the Allies to advance. Iron kills Julio. He's just blasting away the trench, but 2 chaps behind you. Need to watch out for them. Ah, he sees the OP. Very good. Very nice. Oh, both people down here have been killed. If I were to push to the trench, he might get an OP, and it's to really start to threaten the garrison, their frontline garrison to the north of Oleg's. Wait a minute, what's the commander doing back there? Ooh, sneaky garrison indeed. Although Banzai sees it. That'll be locked, but yeah, Banzai's gonna. Or is he? He hears it. Yeah, I was gonna say he ran past it going. He'll definitely have heard it. Yeah, there we go. Good effort. Not enough. That garrison destroyed. Haven't seen any airheads or whatnot recently. Oh, that's a heavy tank destroyed by windmills. Whose was that? I mean, obviously, it made sense for it to be a Russian heavy tank, but you never know. I've seen some crazy tank players. They just YOLO straight in. Nice. Very good, though, assuming that was this anti-tank gun screen that Octagon have been building. So 2 AT guns plus 2 Tigers. It'll be very challenging for heavy tanks to do much. Actually, let's... Ah, they ruined my shot. That would have looked so cool. Oh well. Question is, what's the... oh, look at all the body parts that are flying away from it. Yeah, I was going to say, what, you gonna react to that AT gun exploding next to you? Going to be challenging for any enemy tanks to push forward here. Not impossible, just challenging. KZ, how's it going? You helping hold the front line. Tasty little P4. No Man's Land is a dangerous place to be. Unless you're sneakies. So we've got a defensive garrison west of Oleg's. That's good. That was OP. Go on. Upper squad, get it. So we're still getting... I mean, there's still a good ring of defensive garrisons up for the Allies. They've still got... this garrison here, plus... I mean, there's a couple of garrisons around defense in depth. They've got that. Got some good coverage there, but the attack is still quite brittle in that it's just this garrison. Granted, it's a lot of OPs, but it's just that garrison. We'll have to see what goes on. Here's another Katusha attempt. On to center point. Well, not the center point. What? The center mid-cap could be at Oleg's. See if a rocket... Oh no. House is going to should provide good cover, unless one maybe lands like right there. If it lands right there, the splash might get it, but... Control of this area is quite nicely gone over to Octagon. I mean, the arty's landing roughly where the garrison is. They must have a suspicion that something's there. We are seeing a push coming from those OPs. Medium tank is in trouble. Unidios gets the medium tank. In terms of the Tigers, both the Tigers are sat together. Or relatively together. Try this again. Yeah, try to get a shot that hasn't got the shells of a ricochet in it. I'm just a sucker for shots of tanks in Hell Let Loose. One of my many failings, but we are seeing the Allies are pressing into Oleg's quite significantly here. Unidios providing a threat to the west. So for the Allies, you've still got just a light tank plus a medium tank north, facing off against these two Tiger tanks. You've got dual AT guns out west, trying to pick off people in the windmills. Good spawn waves on Oleg's. We do have a few defensive OPs in and amongst the buildings. One iron, sniff him out. Yes, the grenade does for him. Cool. Oh, just a second. Okay, I've got my stream open on my phone. I was just checking that everything seems to be going okay. Oh, Mr. Nobody's advancing towards a trench line, but he's going to know there's an OP in there based on that spawn wave. Well, I regain control of that trench line north, which is important. It's a good solid position in the soft cap, but they need to start turning it into some hard cap pressure. But again, their numbers here are still pretty strong, and they've retained control of windmills. So it has become a bit of a grind. Nobody can outflank anybody else. People have to try and brute force it. Octagon have got control of the west of the hard cap. How's it going, Nico? Oh, duck and cover! Rallo's got your number. Ooh. Ooh, good kill. that the medium tank that's pushed up, or is that... No, still the light. Trying to work their way in though, but there's Skrinks, the AT. Gets one hit. Ooh. And it gets taken out, but that light tank has to skedaddle. Garrison's right around the corner if they wanted to go for it, but the light tank is backing up, but it is providing enough confusion for a few ally players to try and storm down the hill. Gaz bunny hopping his way to victory. Gaz is in the trench. In the yellow house. Ah, he's been taken out. You are seeing a few more players get into dangerous areas, but the Lux has arrived to provide support. Could even the odds somewhat, although the light tank's engaging it, but I don't think neither can do any damage to each other from the front, except harass each other. Potentially try and splash any engineers or crewmen that try and get out to try and repair. Yeah, you better run. Oh, it stopped. It heard me. Gaz goes down next to the light tank. Nice work, Skrinks. He came back for more. Okay, so... yeah, I'm getting a very similar pattern of engagement here. Any heavy tanks coming? There is one heavy tank sat right at the back at Grushki. Ah, plus that's the streamer, I believe. And we've got... ooh, Banzai takes out Iron on the flank. I mean, what these guys are having to do right now, just push across the open ground to maintain the front line. It's a thankless job, but it's so important. How's it going, Preto? Crawling for freedom. Might work. Oh god. Graf was never going to survive that, but then the two people that killed him got smacked by Artie. I think his grenade didn't quite get the OP. Preto is crawling once more, relying on the wheat. Very weedy. Comes Iron. Is Iron going to be suspicious? Oh, expensive flare going up. The worst thing you could possibly hear, Preto. Preto's been caught. Yep, flushed out and killed by Iron. Yes, getting a new AT gun build back here. And we've got a rep station for the Tigers. So we've got that IS-1. Or, pretty sure it's IS-1. Yeah, it must be. Sat back there at Grushki. Providing good coverage, but again, this is more defensive. It's preventing, well, in my opinion anyway, more defensive. But I suppose... where is it? Struck in the... there it is. Oh no, there it is. Okay, right slap bang in the middle of my screen, way in the distance. If I'm a Tiger tank or an AT gun back here, can only just not really be seen. So if a Tiger tank creeps up here, like this, yeah, that heavy tank might have eyes on and hitting this ridgeline. Phew. The AT going back here has got eyes on, although it looks like they've been hit. There goes the AT gun at long range. Yep, they're definitely going to have visual on that heavy tank. Oh no, technically it's only just. Yeah, only just not high enough. Or it's the perfect height as far as the Tiger is concerned. It means it can creep up here and do its work. Okay, we still do have pretty solid control by Octagon on the western flank. Oleg gets 1. Oleg gets 2. Gets taken out and gets a 3rd with a grenade. Now here by the windmills, I mean, you've still got Knife back here trying to push up around the flank. Keep harassing, keep contesting. Is that a Zis? I know it's a bloody Zis 3 because I've just glued my fingers together trying to super glue one of these buggers together. Bloody thing. Oh god. Gladiator's AT gun has been seen. Fire! Watch out. Poor Gladiator. Oh no. Fired shot. Gladiator, wait a minute. Someone shot at me. Okay. Meanwhile, windmills still held by Octagon, although there's fend fire. Real 6-man still pressing, which is great. Lux just cleared a bunch of people out, and there's a medium backing up. Again, where are the heavies? I mean, so the heavy... There is the heavy back there. It's doing some work. But the trouble is, these Tigers are just stopping the Allies from pushing up at all. Where the hell are they? They were up here a minute ago. There's one. Ah, the trees. Oh no. I mean, at some point, the tanks have to expose themselves. They are not... they are not... Hello! Oh. The other rifleman. The tanks are not exquisite assets. They have to expose themselves at some point, but... Medium's there, over the ridge. What have you got eyes on? Oh, wololo. Taken out. No peace strike on the back of this Tiger. Gaz has got some good hits. Was that? Oh, that was a peace strike. I'm assuming Gaz has satchelled it. I mean, he might have rocketed it. Well, I'm assuming he might have probably satchelled it. Well, then again, you have the PPSH with the rockets as well. I mean, I can't easily see it. It needs me to think it is not satchelled, but we'll find out any minute now. Okay, it didn't blow up. How's the front line looking? These two garrisons at Oleg's that are holding the ground for Octagon. This garrison to the west is doing good work. Oh no, don't say Worth Fawn's gonna hit a jeep. You can't kill a Kubel wagon with a jeep. Layax is under... Well, he's under machine gun fire. There's supplies for... There's supplies for the garrison there. I'm fairly sure, actually, apart from the Cromwell, this is the only vehicle in Hell Let Loose that's got an actual division marking on it. Anyway. Ooh. So, Allies are starting to get a foothold into the west to try and drive Western defence of the hard point back. Easier said than done, because they do have that Tiger back there, although it's limping away. Oh god, look at that Tiger. So, you've got this bobble of Allied troops, you've got that bubble of Allied troops, and then there's a Tiger in the middle of it. So it leads me to believe this tiger's days are numbered. Question is, how many kills are they going to get? There's 2 AT players gone. Reagan's there. Reagan smash. Moving in. That tiger needs to speed up a little bit if it doesn't want to get shot at. Allied heavy's still back here. And they're bringing another heavy out of mid-HQ. Tiger's making a run for it. Shot in the air. Well, Tiger's making a run for it in the way that a tiger can. To help counteract the push on the right. And to be fair, Octagon have done quite a good job on the left. They've managed to push up out of the open ground and get a foothold in the trenches with a couple of squad leaders. Yes, a few OPs. So basically, a bunch of the defense here at Oleg's has now moved forward and is helping contest the soft cap, which is great. However, I think the tiger knows it is nearly dead. It basically wants that. It wants the E34. It does have an angle. They reload. Oh no, it might be about to lose it. Bounce. I suppose, yeah. I might have been incorrectly diagnosing things as bounces when they're more just kind of, oh, that AT gun in the distance is going to get it. Tiger misses the shot on the medium, so I think the tiger is going down. Bounce from the medium. AT gun missed their shot. I did hear that airhead come in, but while we've got time, the airhead came in about here, didn't it? It did. On top of 2 OPs. Yeah, with some smokes dropped on it. Not bad. I suppose the question is, how much ground does it open up? Right now this is quite thinly manned in terms of the axis. But look, Nico just pops 2 players really quite quickly. Even if you get a big spawn wave here, it's like, where are they going to go? But damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know if there are any good airhead spaces, really. Nico gets another. Gets an OP, kills another. Goes down, but he's definitely got eyes on that airhead. A couple of Octagon players pushing it, both assaults, so I don't think that airhead's going to be alive for much longer. I don't think anybody used it. Oh! Airhead is saved. Still aren't seeing any spawns from it. You got dog squad there with Nico. Well, now they've got a fix. They can just start bombarding this open area with grenades, right? Most of the people that have been spawning on here to defend the airhead are using that OP. We're not actually getting anybody spawning on the airhead itself. Yeah, there's a spawn. The airhead's been taken out and we've got 2 squad leaders. So they can start to drop some OPs down here. But it's all about, you've got those machine gunners to the southeast. That's open ground they've got to push. I mean, having a presence there is better than not having a presence there. But it's about what you're sacrificing in order to get that. Tiger's under fire from the medium. Has the medium crept forward again? It has. Although, fairly sure by... disaster. God, I don't know why it took me a minute there. Looking for the satchel. He's found it. So the tank's moving. Tank commander's been killed. So they're rolling into the hard cap with the satchel, knowing that it's on there. They might be able to take a few Axis players with them. There we go. Nice work. In the center, where is that tiger? Currently crewed by 2. It's hurt. Tanks do you have sat back at HQ? Nothing dead. There's a light tank left. Recon tank right. So right now we've still got a P4 at west, which is going to really help. But that tiger is potentially an endangered species right now. Oh, Reagan got onto the garrison, so they know exactly where that is. Meanwhile, up here where the OP was, where the airhead was dropped, pretty concerted effort here by Octagon to wipe it out. Nicely done. Okay, meanwhile, what's the overall strategic picture? Again, it's just having that garrison there for the Allies. Most of the offensive is being done by OPs, which isn't bad, and I guess here there's just lots of crappy ground. There's a limit. You can't really space them out 200 meters all the way along, because you end up just building them in this bowl in the middle of nowhere, which is kind of not ideal. Here comes the Allied heavy tank. So, somebody's popping off shots. Oh, it's the P4, isn't it? Bravely trying to engage the heavy tank. Wait a minute. 413. 413. It's a premonition. No, you're safe. Meanwhile, out on the flank, Knive doing their glorious work and just constantly harassing this western front. Worth the Fawn running around. He knows somebody's here. When he thinks it's safe, he'll go onto the AT gun, and that's when Knife goes all Lenny on him. Ah, Knife is going to be the one tending the rabbits. Not this time. Although he redeployed. Okay. Mid-cap was being contested for a moment there. Go check out what's happening. Ooh, tank off? Tank on, tank off? Oh no, it's the high ground. Well, there's a rise. Tiger's currently showing flank, but the IS-1 has to roll forward up above the ridge line in order to see it. Where Tiger's motoring along. Oh god. It's just going to show a little bit of skirt, trying to maneuver. You're kind of safe still. Poor old Nico. Yeah, where were you going to go? Oh, poor Nico. Drop coming in. Allied supplies for a forward garrison. Oh, looks like KZ might have got their attack Gary, which is great. And it looks like the Tigers ran rampant and it's taken out potentially, well, I'm assuming it's the Tiger, taken out a bunch of OPs. Really good. Now, if KZ can stay hidden, which they are in their little Führer bunker. Reds gonna come and find you. Rand's coming in. Just... Huh. He wasn't just running through. I think he's angry with the sniper. Normally, shooting the dead body of your adversary. Tiger, yeah, this tiger's trapped like a wounded beast. Question, oh god, how many AT guns are firing? Well, no, it's just the one AT gun, but there's a medium tank and a heavy tank shooting at it. Oh, the engineer dropped a satchel on the floor. Still, scratch one Tiger for the Allies, for the Axis. Oh, the Tiger has also been taken out, so right now the Axis have no heavy tanks on the field. There is a heavy at left HQ now. But this is supremely dangerous now. Lots of the OKT defense has been underpinned by having these tanks on the back line. They are no longer there, and the Allies have been putting a lot of good soft cap pressure consistently. So if these heavy tanks roll forward and get into the zone, it is not good. Let's see if they... One of the rockets clips the garrison south of Oleg's. Oh, it's close. It looks okay. We are both the spotters are pop flares. But that's what's needed, because right now this is dangerous. You need to get those tanks in the field right now and look after them. Oh. You're getting P-struck. I think the rule, yes, the arrow says where the bomb is coming from. JU-87. Scratch 1, IS-1. Good kill. They've still got another IS-1, which is in the soft cap. And we've got another medium tank rolling up, but the anti-tank wall of fun is being built again along this back ridgeline. Only needs a loader. He doesn't need a loader. It would be mighty useful. There's the top of one of the tanks. It's the IS-1. Yeah, there's the medium. I don't know if you can spin your AT gun around to the right enough to hit it. Trying. He's desperately trying. No. I think he might be out of luck. Unless he's switched to the loader's position and carries on spinning. I think he was out getting a visual on the tank. Okay, so... that's the Lux or the medium. Probably the medium backing up. Then again, there was a Lux scooting around back here. Oh, doesn't matter which direction Gunny pointed it. There's the Tiger. Nope, tis the P4. Okay, cool. That'd be enough to help spar with the mediums. Oh, Ellie the sniper has got into a sneaky position on the back line. But this is not great either. As they used to be, back here was a great big line of machine gunners and tanks and all sorts of other goodies. But right now, Ellie the sniper has found the back Gary. They are on it. And that's an airhead dropping. Assuming that's an offensive airhead. There's the medium right there on Oleg's. The medium's on Oleg's. Ooh, heavy tank's taking a hit. They're rolling back. RT coming in. Could be good arty, could be bad arty. There's the airhead, yes. It was an out. It made sense for it to be an attacking airhead. Behind the cover of the building, soft cap. And technically, yeah, Queen squad leader's in the hard cap. Bombing run coming in on top of the airhead. It's going to get a few kills. That's a strafing run. They're reinforced, yeah, and both the Axis tanks are swinging east. We do see a sneaky commander coming in with a supply truck. Try and build some back Garys. Bombing, bomb. There's Ellie the sniper. Airhead destroyed. Sneaky's on the lookout. Oh no. Roll. Good kill. Medium tank is rolling into the hard cap now, but there's Sneaky's. Sneaky's the AT gunner. That's one. Don't. Okay. Tank got the kill. Tank commander verifying. Then the T-34 gets killed by, I presume... it looks like it's the heavy. There we go. Points still contested. Okay, it's going back to the Axis now. Woo! Tank's been pushed back for now, but it still comes down to soft cap pressure. Nico gets one. Does Nico get Akran? Gonna pop a nade. Go far enough. I don't think it did. No, Akran would have ran. Julio and Akran outflank Nico. Decent spawn wave. Yeah, that's Queen Squad's OP right there. If that arty round can keep falling, it's going to really inhibit the ability of the squad to advance, as is the persistent machine gun fire. In terms of the back line, got plenty of supplies here for a backline garrison to build. Looks like the enemy supply truck has been found. Machine gunner's not lighting it up though. Could really do with that. Over on the west, real 6-man still fighting over the windmills. He knows there's a heavy tank here. Enemy garrison over here. Right. Still the 2 garrisons that have been here since the start. Oh, and Able squad's coming up the flank. Rallo's been killed. Ooh. Yeah, squad leader's got that marked. So I bet he's calling in for support. Yes, here comes Fed fire. Oh god. Is he the gunner? Oh no, he's got... Oh no. I think bazooka guy. There goes the OP. Oh, bazooka guy. Panzerschreck guy. Medium... heavy tank has been sussed. And he's pivoting. Oh, look at that. OKT now having lost the mid. So the hard cap now being pushed from 2 directions at once. They're doing okay to the north. Now they just want to swing west. Clear out the attackers. The heavy tank is still there. So it's 2 heavy tanks versus allies 0, it looks like. And Nezuko pushing that back garrison. Okay. These chaps have made it into the trench. They're going to slowly creep forward. Easier said than done though. Got a medium tank back there. AT gun. Machine gun back there. Another medium tank. Gunny's probably going to try and pop up another AT gun. Would have tried anyway. There's an AT gun. Reagan moving up to hit the flanks. So now the back defences are starting to get hit by this western push. So losing control of here means that lots of this defensive line here is going to become much more challenged. Oh, he's in there, but you got to watch out because he'll know you're outside. Good kills. There was a medium tank advancing over in that direction. There's the real 6-man. Towards where the airhead dropped. There he is. Firing across the flank of the Axis defences. Now he is showing himself. A tank back there has been hit. I can hear it. Yeah, they're engaging this P4 at range. Medium tank west that's doing some real damage here. Yeah, look at that. having lost their defensive positions to the south of the point that they were really holding on to. I think Reagan's... Oh, I was going to say Reagan might go for the garrison. Having lost that back garrison, the defense of the point itself becomes that much more challenging. And they are pushing the trenches to the northwest, and that does... Oh no, airhead got dropped. I missed that completely, but 4 squad leaders are running for it. So, you know, yeah, you got to drop the airheads. Well, you got to have a go with the airheads occasionally, but they don't always work when your team knows what they're doing. When the enemy team knows what they're doing, rather. The control over the north of the trenches to the north is good. Potentially threatening the heavy tank even better. Especially if Tequila's got Satchel, although to kill. Gone prone. Yeah. Katie pushing towards the attack garrison. One of their attack garrison. Speaking of garrisons, Octagon have lost a few garrisons. Going to be... Oh, it looked like an airhead was dropping from back there. Oh, Mr. Katie getting hit. More supplies dropping the defensive garrisons. Starting to see a bit of a counter flank coming in from the west Octagon, which is great. We can clear out these chaps. Oh, good strafing then. Just the one OP here by Solon inside the house. Vadex can steam forward. Knock out that OP. Lots of the pressure from the west can be relieved, although this is going to give the game away somewhat. I think that spawn wave almost entirely dead. Ellie's in there as a machine gunner. Solon the squad leader. Solon down, Gaz down. Ellie killed. Clear out that OP. Get it. Got it. Nice. But, meanwhile, good soft cap pressure from the Axis is doing good work, and from the Allies rather, it's doing good work. Axis have no garrisons. It's just Alpha Hotel and Jigs OPs that are on the hard cap defending. There is a medium tank south. It's not going to be able to save the day. Oh, yes. Dawson. Good satchel. Ah, there's a mine in case it goes backwards, but the satchel should put pay to that, but this is still going to be quite dangerous. A lot of cherries up there. Oh, Skrinks, if you could pull this off. Oh, no. Mr. Hyatt! No! But... Oh, Mr. Green gets an OP there. Doesn't get the heavy, but he upsets the status quo enough to force them back. But... soft cap push is looking real strong here. Real strong. And if they lose this attack, if they lose Oleg's, there goes the reinforce. It's not enough, they're still losing. Still losing. Still a critical fight over the hard cap right now. Even the soft cap. Okay. Being defended. No, it's no longer being defended. Okay, now it should be being defended. Now it's no longer being defended. Fairly sure they've got that garrison zeroed. It's down to the outposts. Here an airhead coming in. in the bush. There's the airhead coming in north with a whole bunch of supplies. 2 medium tanks holding firm. Oh, I think someone must have satcheled one of the heavy tanks. Well, I wasn't looking. Was it Skrinks? Did someone got it? Or maybe one of the tanks got it. I don't know. Maybe it was an AT gun. Either way, that's really big. So from this attack, we've got 2 Axis tanks coming in to defend a whole bunch of Allied infantry. There is still an Allied tank to the west, and I think they did kill a Tiger tank that was on this road. So that heavy tank is still dangerous. Everybody's here. The OP's right there. The airhead's right there, rather. That's been killed. Supply box has been killed. Supplies themselves are still here. Oh yeah, that's the heavy tank up at windmills, shooting into the ass of the P4. Ooh. Just get under cover and get wrecked. And meanwhile, in amongst all this is the enemy commander. Still getting kills, still fighting to the last. Not just anybody in the house now, that's the enemy commander. Okay. A bit of a reset needed. This garrison here is pretty big. A lot of good pressure here to deal with the attack from the west. Axis have mostly given up on trying to push windmills. I mean, understandably. Getting into crunch time here. Oleg's house is at risk. Don't spin your gun around yet. Meet P4. There's still a bunch of chaps. Gaz smoking the way. Reto's coming, probably with rockets. He's not exposing himself yet. Rocket. Good hit. That squad to the northeast is, yeah, that's pretty dangerous. E4 should be able to cover it. At least now they've got frontal armor facing it. Weird. Again, I'm fairly sure that's not a ricochet. That's just something else. Axis supplies coming in, and the enemy commander, still has a presence on the hard cap. Yeah, like he's still here. Somebody's... Oh, I mean, he's getting his tactical lean on. He's aware of the fact that people are after him. As they should be. He's in the hard cap. Okay, this is a lot better, but that commander needs to go. It's not good that he's still in there. So in terms of the defences, we've got a garrison on Oleg, so you've got the garrison to the west, which is great. In terms of the attack, it's still that central attacking garrison to the north, plus a whole bunch of outposts and whatnot. So what's that? Six outposts. Heavy tank is on the border. Nagat squad's about to lose their OP. They did kill their squad leader, so if they drop a new one, they could potentially bring someone in, try and put the heavy tank, wherever it is, there under pressure. Meanwhile, enemy commander still in the hard cap. Still in the house. But this is looking a lot better from Octagon. They've got control of the west, so most of the enemy threats coming from the north, which is at least more predictable. Still a danger, because there's an awful lot of them. And if Octagon get picked off enough on the hard cap, that... Ooh, P-strike on the P4. That's enough. The cap is starting to swing back to... Oh, it was about to swing. It's very tight. It only helps when the enemy commander's there adding hard cap pressure. And look, disaster's inside the house, but I imagine the commander's just basically not making much noise. Off. Ooh, people trying to get some shots off on the heavy tank. Oh no, just hitting the trench. Cool. We've still got action out to the west. Benfather gets a good kill. Just need to prevent them from pushing too far in. Oh, so there's a T-34 plus heavy tank rolling in. That Tiger needs to scoot up here pretty quick because that T-4 is not going to be able to do it, but there is a pretty tastily placed AT gun who might be able to do it. They're going to be, yeah, you can hear them cranking the turret to try and deal with the medium. It's somewhere behind that big house. To the left, but the heavy tank's going to start creeping up. There it is. Cap is still going. I think they finally twigged that there's somebody in here. I don't know how the bloody hell you get up here. Probably up onto that and up through here, I guess. You need a satchel or rockets to clear him out of there. But the cap is still going in favour of the Allies. But a good presence to the west. Yeah, these tanks need to roll up. The medium tanks pushing up on the flank. Looking for a garrison that isn't there. The supplies are here though. I fancy the shot, but right now they're lying in ambush for any reinforcing effort. Well, that is coming. The Tiger is coming and the P4 is coming. Lots of spawn waves on the hard cap, but this is being hit from a lot of directions. I suppose the flamer up there would do it. You hear the rat-a-tat-tat of that DP-28. Artie's doing some good work. And that squad up to the northeast, now that the P4's not there, they've got slightly fewer threats to cut them down, crossing the open ground. P4's taking hits, probably from the heavy. Où est le tigre? Oh, it's also near Muddy Churn. Oh, there it is. I missed it. You've put a hit onto the T-34. It's rolling back, but the hard cap defense is still going on pretty strong. Cos Rambo lobbing a rocket in. Landed a bit short. Yep. Another Katusha onto the hard cap. Oleg's house is now falling again to the Allies, and reinforce is about to run out. They are defending, but those rockets are going to do a bit of damage. Haven't got the garrison, but they got a bunch of people. Oh, they did! They got the garrison. No supplies on the point for a new garrison. There is a backup one. Tiger's been killed to the south. Medium's rolling in. Ooh, this is not looking good for the Axis. Jig Squad's going to try and get a garrison up to the east. The Love Squad's going to really contest that. Real six-man's going to get a garrison up, but he doesn't defend it. That's going to immediately be lost. Mazza's there getting towards the building. But Mazza setting himself on fire there. Point is midway towards being capped, so we know that the Allies, the Axis, don't have a reinforce. Maz's... I think Mazza sees? Climbing onto the wreckage, he might... Oh, he sees it now. Yep. Oh god, what a time to spawn. I don't think it's going to be enough though. Airhead coming in, I'm assuming that's an attacker again. So missed the plane. Yeah, I guess let's see. C-47, but soft cap pressure going to be enough. Strafing runs coming in to try to get some hits, but it is not enough. The cap is going to go to the Allies. There we go. Oleg's house falls to the Allies. Fairly short. That's probably going to be it. I don't see an immediate Axis recap going to happen. I mean, if it does, that'd be super, but I don't see it. Tanks are rolling up. The heavy's rolling in. And the medium's moving up to consolidate their control. Don't see... There's one AT gun back here to try and manage those tanks. One medium pushing out, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. I think this is going to go... This is... Well, it is going to go towards the Allies. A valiant effort here from the Eastern Front. But one attack direction into a point that's already quite well garrisoned, plus 2 tanks. I think it's going to be a bit too easy for the Allies to pin these chaps into a corner. Yep. Garrison is still up. Rockets being lobbed in. Not by Cos Rambo again, looks like it. Tries again, he might actually hit it. He's pretty close. No, there goes the rocket. There goes the garrison, sorry. Fairly sure. Tank took it out. Yep, there we go. So, there's another medium coming up for the Allies. 3 tanks versus the Axis. Well, there was one. It looks like it got blown up. And there's another one leaving mid-HQ. There we go. Oleg's pretty well covered, so now getting a few people bravely pushing on to try and hit Muddy Churn. Only trying to get a new AT gun built. Reagan wasn't going to have any of that. Airhead coming in. Oleg's airhead bombing run. I mean, if it's perfectly east-west, it might squash the garrison that's right on the point. KZ getting a couple of kills. Artillery's also landing. KC goes down. Oh no. So there's dropping on top of an enemy garrison as well, or effectively on top. Garrison on Oleg's is still nicely defended. They're dropping in just the airhead. All of the tanks blown up, perhaps? No, they're all still here. The mediums just sat on Oleg's. No, I think... Cos Rambo. I was wondering if he was going to wait and let a spawn wave get off, but nope. Took the sensible option and destroyed it early. And now, if you are the Axis, they've got to run this gauntlet of open ground, which isn't going to happen. You would end up having to push into the town and work your way south. Or south-east. No, with the heavy tank in defilade, we've got a medium tank sat here on the hard cap, which you just can't get off. Because technically he's not defilade there, he's hull down. Imagine it was this heavy that took out the P4 that was coming down the eastern flank. Therefore, to the mid. Fairly sure Reagan's going to work out. There's a garrison there. I mean, there's been a few garrisons there. Netsuko's aware. Oh, Netsuko goes down. The Nagat squad still got their OP up to the west of our frontline garrison. There goes another AT gun. Got a garrison up on Muddy Churn. Garrison west, garrison mid. So not a bad defensive line, enough to prevent this from cascading into a 4-1 defeat. However, we can be fairly confident we're not going to get back Oleg's house. Unless there's some sort of mass electromagnetic event where the server is hosted and it only affects the allied team. Trying to get a few guys on the roof. Artie getting a few kills by playing some doing some bowling with the allied bodies. Blew his head clean off. Oh. Those tanks will keep this area locked down. Look at all this smoke. You get up to Munidios. Kill Sneakies. Gets killed by Mr. Nobody. Something's engaging the tank. Is it the heavy tank out of right HQ perhaps? It bounced, whatever it was. Another bounce. I don't think it's... oh, it might be an AT gun. A few bounces on the turret though. That hit landed. That one bounced. Bounced. That bounced off the barrel of the gun. I suppose the muzzle really is more accurate. With the NG, that tank just does not want to die. Even the tank commander's getting out to rep it, but gets hit by a miss. Well, not by a miss, by a non-pen. There's another AT gun back up. Set up back here. Yeah. Not going to work. And in 5 seconds, it is a GG to the Allies. There we go. It's going to be at least a 3-2 win for the Allies. I'll say at least. It can't be any more. Because if they can't lose that point, then they can't cap that point. Zuko's not had enough though. He's not going to sit back and defend. He's going to keep pushing the front line now. Yeah, Allies pushing forward. Yeah, this is Dawson Sucha. So previously there was the garrison here got taken out. Gerson must have rebuilt the rebuilt garrison. Yeah, they popped a reinforce on Oleg's just to make sure there's no shenanigans at the last moment. E4's taken hits. E4's taken a devastating hit from Unidios. To be fair though, he was being pushed to his front. What could he do? The T-34 was a made guy. No, this an insult to injury. They're dropping supplies. Well, now GG. I don't know, for me it's that moment where in fairly quick succession the Axis lost both their Tigers. Because then that provided the gap where just enough of the Allies to threaten the West, challenge this defensive backline and then just put enough pressure with enough tanks, with enough strength. The Axis couldn't really counter it effectively. The pressure was too much to overcome without heavy tanks. In my opinion, but I'm just some big idiot flying around in the sky. There you go, Fitz. Cool. Okay, let's get everybody scores. Yes, and then let's try to get people on MIB33. Right, GG, well played, everybody. I think it was unfortunate for Octagon to lose that one. They were doing really quite well, but and if I had to put a moment on it, it'd be that stage where both the Tigers were lost in pretty rapid succession, because it allowed the overall structure that was built up to defend the mid cap to just be dismantled, and then there wasn't much you could do, considering there were always challenges from the soft cap pressure. But that will be all for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for more Hell Let Loose streaming. Cheers, everyone.